welcome back. New season. Nice and bright today, pretty hot for the players. Obviously, 8-1 defeat to Stevenage. Results pretty secondary at this stage. What did you think you learned from today?
Yeah, it's really hard because, as you say, it is secondary, but in a competitive sport, it's always in the back of your mind, or it should be at the forefront of your mind, if you like, really. So, there was things that I kept to myself for once. But yeah, it's a process, and we've just started this process. And like, sort of, I'd like to thank Stevenage, the staff and the players for coming over. Brought a very strong first team that was too strong for us at this stage of pre-season. We couldn't really turn this down because the nice crowd in the summer, notoriously, they're not always the best supported pre-season games, but a lot of Stevenage supporters as well as ours came out, which was pleasing. Message to everybody, obviously, that it is a process. We'll get better, we'll get more solid. There was lots of plus points, and I know that's going to sound quite ridiculous when you look at that, but first half it was quite competitive both ways. I thought the two lads who played central midfield were excellent. I thought there was some real plus points with our defensive responsibilities, and really resigned them to one goal and one shot. Whereas obviously second half this didn't quite happen, but obviously a big turnaround in players that I'm looking at and deciding whether we do go ahead with their services. So never easy at this stage of the season. As I say, thanks for Stevenage. I know Southend are coming over as well. So it's a tough start. Secondary results, but I think a more dogged sort of display from now on in is needed.
Fair play. So first chance we've had to catch up over pre-season. You must be really pleased to have kept hold of the likes of Brad. I know there was big interest in some of our players over the summer, but they're really committed to what we're trying to achieve here.
Yeah, you win some, you lose some. We're not sure what's happening with Rashan at the moment. So that's one that we thought that we'd nailed. We had another lad that we thought that we'd got, and he got offered full-time football only yesterday. So that was excuse me, that was a bit of a blow. But as you say, it's people like Brad Russell, who is our player of the year, top goal scorer, got offered a really good deal, but he has decided to stay with the club, and we're made up with that. And as you say, when you put Mark Haynes, you put Jake Thompson, you put Fabs in there, Prez. It's all sort of good that there's, we're laying some foundations from lads that were from last year, and for us to move forward.
You mentioned Hainsey there. He's coming on board with some coaching this year. Let's talk a bit about that for us.
Yeah, of course. I mean, like sort of it's I think it's a natural inclusion. He's just such a great lad. He wants to be still one of the boys. And he is playing, and predominantly he will get that status. But he, I think, when we've not got his services on the football pitch, I think it's just a bit of a no-brainer that we're not using his services off it as well. As I say, he's just a top lad, in every shape or form, and we would like to try and get as much football out of him as possible, but obviously within the realms of what he can do over the whole course of the season, and whether that be missing a few just to make sure that he's performing at others, and but whenever he's not, he'll be on the coaching side of us.
Just finally, I know we've spoken. You're very keen on trying to bring the club a little bit closer to the local community. We had a cricket game a couple of weeks ago, which was a big success. We had quite a few supporters over at that. So it was a good night, wasn't it?
It was, and we just try and build on it. It doesn't have to be sort of a cricket game over at Thorley. There's loads of bits and pieces that I think if we try and engage and hopefully it gets reciprocated, with the golf club, the other cricket club, there's paddle over at the cricket club as well. It's just all little contacts that I think are good both ways, and to make this a fantastic community club. The youth is just off the Richter scale with numbers. It would be great if we could get a unification of us all coming together. The senior team obviously is a catalyst, and hopefully a senior team in the women's as well. I think that's really sort of things that we've got to push forward, and I think it needs us all. It needs us as seniors. It needs the youth to try and turn it around and come up and make this a real good place for everybody to come and visit.